at 5, the world in mourning. Pope Francis has died at the age of 88. Crowds of the faithful rushing to the Vatican and Catholic churches to pay their respects. President Trump ordering U.S. flags to fly at half-staff. The Pope's passing coming just hours after his final Easter service and weeks after being released from the hospital for double pneumonia.
Cari, fratelli e sorelle.
But for Philly, it's even more personal as he touched the lives of so many people during a historic visit a decade ago. The tributes pouring in as the city remembers him tonight.
Certainly a very busy day in our newsroom here as the world mourns the death of Pope Francis. And you are looking live at St. Peter's Square in Vatican City as a period of mourning begins for the Holy Father. So many people coming out here today to pay their respects on this Easter Monday. This is the busy Fox 29 News at 5 o'clock. I'm Jason Martinez.
I'm Sheba Russell. For several weeks, we've discussed the Pope's declining health. The Vatican saying today he died of a stroke that put him into a coma and led to heart failure. The pontiff suffered from chronic lung disease and had part of one of his lungs removed many years ago. He was hospitalized for 38 days earlier this year following a respiratory crisis that developed into double pneumonia. Pope Francis making his last public appearance yesterday on Easter Sunday. He even visited with Vice President J.D. Vance at the Vatican earlier in the day.
And tonight, we're hearing from leaders at the Philadelphia Archdiocese as well as from people who had a connection to his 2015 visit here to our city. Let's start with our Jennifer Joyce.
Good evening, Jason and Sheba. Talking with people today, some got emotional just thinking about the goodness that Pope Francis brought to the world. And as you mentioned, particularly here in Philadelphia, people were attached to the Pope following his 2015 visit to our city. People filled the pews of the Cathedral Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul at a midday mass to pray for and honor the life and service of Pope Francis.
When we think of Pope Francis, we'll always think that he was the Pope for the people.
The pontiff passed away overnight, hours after he appeared in St. Peter's Square on Easter Sunday.
Touching people, reaching out to them, blessing them.
Philadelphia Archbishop Nelson Perez shared this selfie that he took with the Pope, a personal interaction that says so much.
It teaches all of us to be approachable and to be simple as well.
Despite the Pope's recent hospitalization with double pneumonia, Perez says he was shocked by the news of his passing.
By sadness, because he's a great loss. For the world, for Philadelphia.
Thousands of Philadelphians connected with Pope Francis when he visited our city in 2015, including Anna Marie Tedesco of Fairmount.
I was standing right there on a pole. My husband was holding me on the pole over there.
Tedesco's sister-in-law, Margaret Fitzpatrick, sharing these nostalgic photos.
We got to see him one last time yesterday, and it's just very sad and somber.
Pope Francis, in addition to adoring him just personally, and made me proud to be Catholic. And then I hope this today and just his life echoes his message of compassion and social justice.
The Pope impacted millions of people around the world for the way he loved all people.
He had no hate in his heart, and I feel like today that's part of what's wrong with our country. There's too much hate.
Danielle Sorachillo of Port Richmond brought her 3 children to the Basilica to pay their respects and became unexpectedly emotional.
It's just a sad day for the Catholic community.
So we saw a lot of sadness today, and for Archbishop Perez, we also saw gratefulness. He said he will forever be grateful to Pope Francis for bringing him home to serve as Archbishop of Philadelphia back in 2020. Back to you, Jason.
What a proud and just unforgettable moment for our city 10 years ago. Jennifer Joyce, thank you very much. You may remember a baby named Gianna from the Pope's visit here in 2015 to Philly. At that time, she was just 1 month old. She was diagnosed with an inoperable brainstem tumor. After that, her mother said that the mother had a dream that her baby met the Pope, and it became a reality in 2015. He gave Gianna a kiss, and it gave the family hope to keep fighting. That little girl is now 10 years old, and she is thriving. They are grateful for his blessing that they believe changed their lives.
What a beautiful moment. And Joanne, Gianna is not the only one in our area that the Pope touched and made a lasting impact.
That's right. Pope Francis touched so many lives in so many ways, from blessing a pregnant woman who worked for the Diocese of Philadelphia to something more visible and tangible. This stunning mural here in North Philly, a lasting testament to the Pope's visit here and his impact.
Really, the Pope, he just emanates light and hope. And it's just so, when I woke up this morning, I just felt crestfallen. I felt that the world lost something, but his legacy lives on. And this is one small way that it lives on.
Jane Golden was part of the process in ensuring this gigantic mural on the back wall of St. Malachi's School in North Philly would come to life for the papal visit in 2015. 7,000 people from 19 parishes had a hand in the project, which was painted off-site and then attached to the wall here and finished.
Everyone understood, pass the brush, give me the blue. People talked about beauty and the honor of working on a mural that was dedicated to the Pope and all his glory.
Upon the Pope's passing, Jane stopped at the historic mural today. Jane and muralist Cesar Viveros stood on stage with Pope Francis in 2015.
The artist was there, Cesar Viveros. And if Cesar is very devout, and this meant everything to him, and he started crying, I started crying.
In yet another close connection to Pope Francis, a Catholic diocese staffer who helped plan the World Meeting of Families event in 2015 fondly remembers her meeting. A Vatican photographer took this photo of her.
One of his bodyguards or someone, they noticed that I was very pregnant, and they called Pope Francis over, and he touched my belly and he said a blessing, and I was elated. It was really, really cool.
Stephanie was 7 months pregnant at the time.
I felt that he saw I was pregnant and he made a point to come over. So I feel blessed by it, and I hope he does too.
Stephanie's son is nearly 10 years old now. His name is Jack Francis. So many lives touched by the humble pontiff. Now, this mural here is remarkable in so many ways. It feels sacred and holy. I'm happy to be here today and to look at the beautiful artwork. By the way, the Pope signed a piece of the mural before it was attached to the wall here. Tonight we're live in North Philly. I'm Joanne Pileggi, Fox 29 News.
Thank you, Joanne. And we will have much more coverage of the passing of Pope Francis throughout the newscast, the night and the days to come as well.